Do you want to be rich in Roblox jailbreak trading? Whether that means having every single vehicle or having inventories like this? Well, look no further, as I'm going to be giving you a 5-step loop that you can easily follow anytime so you can get insanely rich, insanely easy. So without further ado, let's get straight to the video. Just so you guys know, the like goal is 75 likes, so let's see if you can hit the like goal, please, and thank you. Alright, so the first step in the loop is preparation, most important step. Although this step being very simple, if you can do this preparation correctly, you can actually have a bigger starting point than most of the traders in the game. The first thing you want to do before getting any trading is grind for $1 million vehicle. These provide a good starting point when it comes to trading and will give you some foundation to work with when you first start trading in the game. The $1 million vehicles you want to grind for are the Volt Bike, Blackhawk, Drone, Concept, and maybe even the Roadster, as all the vehicles have a very good use in the main game, which could motivate even more main game players to overpay for the vehicle. I recommend grinding for at least a couple of each car, except for the Concept, since the Concept's already pretty expensive to grind. The second thing you want to do is pretty long term, but it pays off a ton. You want to get multiple accounts and grind the daily XP to get level 10 vehicle multiple seasons. Now, this step isn't necessary, but this makes your trading journey 10 times easier and will allow you to get richer 10 times faster. This will not only explode your inventory value by millions, but it will also give you a lot of vehicles to work with, including the obtainables that you got from the main game, which will easily make your inventory more flexible and easier to trade others with. Since the next season is Cyberpunk anyways, a lot of people are hyping up these vehicles, which I assume will rise in value a ton. What you can do is get around 4 or 5 alt accounts to grind the seasons to get the level 10 prize. From that alone, you're already guaranteed over millions of value being added to your inventory. This may not seem like much now, but it will allow us to trade up for even better small limiteds to eventually get us to the big ones. Now that you prepare with multiple obtainable and seasonal vehicles, we can then start with step 2, which is trading the obtainable for smaller limiteds like the Torero, Carbonara, or Macaron. This is also where getting the seasonal cars on your alt account makes trading for these limiteds infinitely easier. This is because a lot of people are more interested in getting a limited vehicle and only getting obtainables. By adding seasonals and obtainables together, we're also giving them more interest to stay in the trade and even make an offer with you, which is how I was able to actually upgrade to Javelin eventually. Another tip I do recommend is to always go in the inventory menu and search for the car you're looking for. For example, if you're looking for Carbonara, type in Carbonara and search through the player's inventory until you find one who has it. This will also make trading a lot faster, because just waiting for someone to come to you and get the car is not going to be good enough. You need to actually go around the map, look for players who have the vehicle, and trade them for it. You can also go to the Jailbreak trading Discord server or any Discord server with Jailbreak in it, and you can also look for offers there, because Discord also has a lot of people who are willing to trade vehicles. I also recommend using 2 value lists. The first one is my favorite value list, Changelogs, because it is the value list that most of the traders use to decide their trades. Another value list that I don't like a lot, but a lot of players use anyways, is the Jailbreak Trading Network list. Now, although I don't like this list a lot of people use this list. It's still worth keeping in your head so that you're able to decide which trade to do and which trade to not do. If you don't know values well, having a value list makes a huge difference, which can prevent you from getting a really bad trade or even getting scammed. The next step is to combine all your small limiteds to get a decent valued car. You can also combine some of your leftover obtainables or leftover seasonals to try and get a decent demand car. The ones you want to go for are the Aperture, Parisian, or M12. These 3 are, in my opinion, the best ones to go for at this stage of trading. One mistake I always made in trading was downgrading my small limiteds too early, because usually around this step, we downgrade these limiteds for even more small limiteds. But downgrading at this point is not a good idea, because almost all of these smaller limited vehicles are below decent demand, meaning that you won't get any good trades with those vehicles. This is why upgrading to a decent value and decent demand vehicle is the best move here. By doing this, I was able to downgrade a ton to get even more small limiteds, which is what I would recommend you to do. After getting decent value limiteds, I recommend making more profit by downgrading multiple times, upgrading for an M12 and downgrading and repeating this process to get extra limited vehicles. You should also make sure to ask for profit, because the more profit you get, the more it adds up. And if you have enough profit adding up, you can trade them for even extra small limiteds. By doing this multiple times, you should eventually have a lot of small limiteds as well as a few decent value limiteds like the Aperture, Parisian, or M12, which will allow your inventory to be even more flexible, which will attract a lot more traders to try and get some trades with you. Traders are very attracted to high demand vehicles. They would rather have a medium value and high demand vehicle than a high valued low demand vehicle, which is why you need to prioritize demand. This is also why knowing when to downgrade or upgrade is extremely crucial if you want to obtain every vehicle in the game, because downgrading at the wrong time could be the very mistake that destroys your progress in the game. Before we continue on with the guide, if you guys are enjoying the video and have yet, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe, as I'm trying my best to hit 6K subscribers before September, as well as 700 members in the Discord server, and I can't do it without your help. Please and thank you. The next step is probably the biggest and longest step. This step is combining the decent limiteds for good value limiteds at 20 million plus value. This is also where the good demand vehicles are, and the ones that you want to go for. The cars you want to go for are the Power 1, Banana Car, or Icebreaker. These vehicles are valued between 16 to 17 million value, and these vehicles also get a few overpays. Don't get too much overpay, but you will get more overpays for them than the M12s. If you have a decent amount of apertures, Parisians, or M12s, you can also try trading for one of the big limiteds like the Celsior, Big Net, or Proto 8. If you don't have them, then you need to repeat the last step until you do. This will take a lot of time, but like I said, getting rich is not something you can do overnight. Now, by trading for a big limited, it will take a huge chunk of your inventory away. This one limited vehicle will allow you to get so much profits and allow you to downgrade for even more value. This is because people love these vehicles the most. They will go for the 20 million vehicles the most, not only because it's high valued, it's also one of the highest demanding vehicles in the entire game, which is why it's extremely crucial you aim for these cars immediately once you have the resources. For example, by doing a huge trade for Celsior, I was able to downgrade it for a Power 1 and Banana Car, which was an even trade at the time, but now I was able to downgrade a Power 1 and Celsior for even more M12. By doing this, you can also gain profit like never before. You can also try getting small limited ads like Carbonara or Macaron for these big vehicle trades to boost your inventory by just a little bit. As of now, the Proto 8, Celsior, and Big Net are the best big vehicles with over 30 million value. I had to downgrade a ton before getting my first torpedo, which is why you need to take stepping stones instead of just jumping to the highest value limited. You will notice that we are about to hit the 40 million plus vehicle section, which is where the two best vehicles reside. The last step is to add your big limiteds with your small limiteds to try to upgrade to a Javelin or Torpedo, two of the best vehicles in Roblox Jailbreak trading. These two vehicles get the most overpays out of any other vehicle in trading, which makes it infinitely more important that you get these two vehicles. Once you get your hands on one or two of these vehicles, downgrading will be a lot more easier. I don't recommend looking for huge overpays, as I will likely just decline the trade, but getting small or medium overpays adds up a ton. Not only that, but because you have a Torpedo or Javelin, traders are going to go nuts for them. This is because these are two of the best valued and demanding vehicles in the entire game, which also means these are the vehicles with the highest probability of getting you overpaid. By repeating all these steps, you can get rich and obtain every vehicle in the game. Yes, this will take time, but these steps are really simple, and if you really know what you're doing, you shouldn't struggle too much with this. And like I said, going from poor to rich overnight is impossible unless you win some huge giveaway, so you need to be patient and determined, or you won't be able to make value in jailbreak trading. And that's pretty much the summer 2025 guide for Roblox jailbreak trading. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe. If you're trying to hit 6K subscribers before September, and with that, I'll see you guys in the next one.